Amos says, "A lion has roared, who will not fear?" In Operation Lion's Roar, we are roaring, "Fear not, Israel, for are you not a lion cub?" We will stand as one man with one heart, and with God's help, we will ensure the eternity of Israel.
I love you, sweet mama.
I want to get a good idea of what's going on.
something, and then I'll start looking. Hey, I love you. I'm just saying to myself. Where's...
Let's catch up now with the Shadow Minister for Defence Industry. Phil Thompson joins us from his hometown of Townsville. Good to talk to you, Phil. Tell us about your concerns as someone who's fought for this country on the battlefields in the Middle East. What are your concerns about the Islamic State families, the so-called ISIS brides trying to get back here?
Well, I think it's quite clear that these are not just ISIS brides, these are ISIS members, and they have willingly gone to support a terrorist group who has made, extreme killings. They have murdered people, they have waged war with the West, and there's been some of these ISIS members who have said on their X account or Twitter account that they should still kill people and attack non-believers. I don't think they should be returning to Australia. I think that the Prime Minister has misled the country with the first lot that came home where he said he wasn't helping out, but he actually was. And then with this group who are looking to come back, him and Tony Burke have said, oh, they've got nothing to do with it, but
You want to hear Trump's newest message? You want to hear Trump's newest message?
What's his newest message? Is this for real?
Yes. Trump's message to Iranian people.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and their allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel. In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels in international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer. From Lebanon to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have soaked the earth with blood and guts. And it was Iran's proxy, Hamas, that launched the monstrous October 7th attacks on Israel, slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our citizens hostage. It was brutal, something like the world has never seen before. Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular, my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again, they can never have a nuclear weapon. That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons, and we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore. Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas, and could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message. For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated. We're going to annihilate their Navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called, to so gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people, including many Americans. And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon. This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States Armed Forces. I built and rebuilt our military in my first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication. My administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region. Even so, and I do not make this statement lightly, the Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way, and we trust that, with His help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or, in the alternative, face certain death. So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. May God bless the brave men and women of America's armed forces. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all. Thank you.
But you'll understand why today we are leading with the alarming and breaking.
Sky News Australia. How long ago? What are we doing here? 13 hours. We got. Oh, and they did get the Supreme Leader. I didn't watch anything. Ooh, 36 seconds. This must have been like right when it happened.
There's a statement from Donald Trump saying the Ayatollah is dead. It says Khomeini, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. This is not only justice for the people for Iran, but for all great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world that have been killed or mutilated by Khomeini and his gang of bloodthirsty thugs. He was unable to avoid our intelligence and highly sophisticated tracking systems, and working closely with Israel, there was not a thing he or the other leaders that have been killed along with him could do. This is the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country. So we're hearing, he says, that many of the military don't want to fight.
He goes, look, I've been a calligrapher for 25 years. And over the course of...
I was seeing extensive, news coverage before, so it's like, once you see one, you start seeing them. Wait, Operation Epic Fury? Did I see?
If we're gonna go to war with Iran, can we not pick a gay-ass name like Epic Fury? Operation Epic Fury? Come on.
That's what it's called.
Why a name like Desert Storm? That's when, American propaganda was at its peak. Now we're just falling from grace at this point. Come on. If we're gonna go to war with Iran...
Okay, so it's at the end of my...
Here we go. Central Command videos of Iran strikes. You want to keep going for the news?
I was gonna brush my teeth real quick.
Yeah, go for
Go to Dollar General and get some water and a gallon of milk. You done with that burger?
Go quick before the bombs start
A
falling.
little meatloaf?
It was very good. I was very wrong, Mama. That was delicious. I was just in a bad mood. I'm sorry. I love it. Ooh, it even tastes like grilled cheese. You put a Kraft single on there. Oh.
All right, we are just right now hearing from President Donald Trump about the death of Iran's supreme leader. Want to read you some of what he posted on Truth Social just moments ago. It says, quote, Khamenei, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. This is not only justice for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world that have been killed or mutilated by Khomeini and his gang of bloodthirsty.
Hell yeah.
Thugs. It is a long Truth Social message. We don't have the entire thing to show you right now, but I want to bring in Courtney Keeley, Middle East reporter, to weigh in on this. There's a part of this, Courtney, where it says the heavy and pinpoint bombing, however, will continue uninterrupted throughout the week or as long as necessary to achieve our objective of peace throughout the Middle East and indeed the world. What do you take away from that when it comes to now the scope and size of this operation going forward?
And that's what just happened. I'm speaking to a friend whose parents are in Tehran, and she can't reach them. And they're 80 and 90, respectively. And she's scared, and she's sick to her stomach, and she's saying what's going to happen next. After these next few days, will the regime retaliate? We don't know. We can only see a blackout. So I've been reporting on the celebrations, the fireworks post-midnight, people take...
right, Instagram is not helping anymore. It's back to slop.
The guy just finished.
Serious, 99 in Bambi Oaks, Noppadumps and serious, 99 onto the top, into in my Robin stops, and 99 I'm in the hawk, crockin' knock it off, bum bum ba-da-dum.
Oh boy, welcome to the fucking news. I'm your host Kellerman, and shortly after I posted last night's report, the United States and Israel struck Iran. This first wave of strikes, dubbed Operation Epic Fury, targeted Iranian officials, including President Masoud Pezeshkian and Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, though as of now it's believed that those two have been moved to a secure location. People have been betting on if and when Khamenei would be removed from leadership on Kalshi for a while now, and those odds just drastically changed. According to Iranian state media, a girls' primary school was hit by one of Israel's strikes, killing over 40 students, but for the most part, verified death tolls have not been reported. Iran has already retaliated, launching missiles and drones at Israel and a number of Gulf Arab states that have U.S. military bases, including Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, the UAE, and Jordan. No official death tolls or damage reports from those countries yet either. They have stated that they reserve the right to respond, but haven't retaliated yet. During U.S. President Donald Trump's announcement of these strikes, he addressed the Iranian people directly, encouraging them to take over their government once the United States is finished, because this will probably be their only chance for generations. A lot of people seem to think that this could be the start of World War III, but tell me what you think, and follow me if you give a Oh boy.
Oh my gosh, no he didn't.
Did what?
She in there.
Yeah, let's get a comedy break.
She say,
What do you know about it?
yes, we've been trying to get away from her daddy for almost 2 years now. Keep finding us and we'll go just and family was in Columbia. This is an ongoing thing. We used a court case to find where we was at the first time in Columbia. Oh my gosh, no. Told them that everything is court documented, but they not trying to help. Trying to make me give her to him.
Okay, it's boring. Yeah. What's an empty base?
is the area. In military terms, if this turns into a war, it would be called a theater. And what we've done is we've presented you with the basic geography so you could see where Iran is, and you could see all the Gulf states. All those little points you see with the American flags in circles, that right there, my friends, are U.S. military installations, U.S. military bases, and as you can see, they are all over the place. Let's start with a smaller map, just so you can see the Gulf area, because that's where most of this area is, most of the action will be. And there it is right now. Okay, there it is. All right, Stas, let's get started with this. We understand that the missiles last time there was this type of 12-day war, as they call it, came from an area right here. It's called Shiraz. It's just a little village. It's a valley surrounded by mountains. See that point right there?
Yep.
Now, that is 500 kilometers. So they have missiles, we know, that go 500 kilometers and beyond that. Or start with 500 kilometers. Let's talk about the impact that Iran could have shooting those missiles just from 500 kilometers.
Now, Iran's got three types of missiles that we're looking at. They've got cruise missiles, they've got ballistic missiles, and they've got hypersonic missiles. Well, they have one type of hypersonic missile. Now, the cruise missiles are mostly in the 250 to 500 range.
Right within that circle.
Right within it. Of course, they could be flying from the edge. I mean, all of this area, what most people understand, this is all mountains. Mountains, valleys, forests, caves, natural cave systems all over the place, artificial caves and bases built into these mountains. This whole area is redoubt out. So they could be firing from any of these directions.
So when you say redoubt out, that means they're hidden.
They're hidden. They've got underground bases. They've got some of these areas that literally have elevators that could pop up a missile launcher, shoot off the missiles, and lower it back down.
Trump will tell you, yeah, but we could take those out like within 5 minutes. True or false?
You could if you knew where they were at, and you could get your air assets into place to do it. Technically, you could. How many of them? How well hidden they are? We don't know. That's a state secret.
That's interesting that you would say that, because it's not only, let's say, this 500 kilometer. Let's go to 1,000 kilometers if we could. So I can show them the next area that we're talking about.
That's stupid. I don't want any video. Read about it.
Okay, now we're at 1,000 kilometers. Tell us about the distinction of the difference.
And that's what my topic is. I had my annual physical yesterday. I'm 65 years old. I'm legally blind. I'm on disability. I went to my doc and I lost 28 pounds in the last year. I did not need to lose 28 pounds. I did not try to lose 28 pounds. I lost the 28 pounds because I cannot afford to eat anymore. Under Biden, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Under Biden, I was able to put $100 a month away for food, along with my SNAP, and I did okay. I could get fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and meat. It is just me. But now, with grocery prices so high, propane, electricity out of this world, I now only allow myself $65 a month for food.
Sharon, are you on SNAP benefits?
Let me tell you, under Joe Biden, I received $80 a month for SNAP. That was taken away from me under Donald Trump. He took it away. He gave me $24 a month. I did receive that for a couple of months. Then he took it down to $12.50 a month. I said, screw you. So I'm not doing that no more. So now I get $65 a month, Mimi, and for them people out there, all these Republicans that are doing so flippin' well right now, I have 3 potatoes. I have a half a tomato. I have 3 bananas, 1 apple, 1 can of soup, a half a loaf of bread, 1 egg, and 1 can of green beans. I do not get paid until the 3rd. I am disability blind. I cannot drive a car. I'm 15 miles out of town, so I am not able to just, trot my butt down to the food shelf. I used to volunteer at the food shelf. I can't even do that anymore. I don't understand. I'd like somebody to explain to me, why is it always the poor people that are helping the poor people? I don't understand. But what I want to say, Mimi, is that it's really close to coming, like that man said, the end is coming near, and it can't be any more true for me. And that's what my topic is. I had my annual physical yesterday. I'm 65 years old. I'm legally blind. I'm on disability. I went to my doc and I lost 20.
Hell no.
No, over there.
And we have here somebody who actually did just go vote for Ron Paul, a first-time caucus voter, Corporal Jesse Thorson, who is 28 years old, and you are active duty U.S. Army. Why did you vote for Ron Paul?
Well, I'm really excited about a lot of his ideas, especially when it comes to bringing the soldiers home. I've been serving for 10 years now, and all 10 years of those have been during wartime. I'd like to see a little peacetime army, and I think he has the right idea.
Now, you have done 2 tours in Afghanistan. You told me you're going to go back for a 3rd tour. I mean, if you can see your neck right there, what you have on your tattoo, 9/11, remember, and a picture of the Twin Towers. You know, some Republicans out there have been saying that Ron Paul would be very dangerous for this country because he wants to bring troops like you back from your post from all over the world.
Well, I think it would be even more dangerous to start nitpicking wars with other countries. Someone like Iran, Israel is more than capable of.
All right, we just lost our connection, unfortunately.
And we have here.
Do you if you get near? When you get near the mat.
What the fuck? That just irked my soul.
What's civilian? Just
Bro.
For McConnell.
So here I am.
No, can you give us some information on why you blocked the SAVE Act, or any information on your thoughts on what Rep. Tim Burchett said about staffers running your office? Any comments, sir? For McConnell, can
Still in the drive-thru.
I'm getting the Happy Meal right now.
Yes, you can refuse to be pulled.
Oh, yes, please. I forgot about it. Sorry. You okay?
I'm fine.
We always. The fuck, guy.
It has only been 3 hours since Israel and America have struck Iran and bombed it. Here's all that has happened. Iran has already clapped back, hitting the U.S. Navy 5th Fleet headquartered in Bahrain. Here's a map where Bahrain is located in relation to Iran. No updates on the casualties. Iran has been struck in with a countrywide cyber attack, leaving waves after the initial attack, including an app that counts their prayer times in the midst of Ramadan. It has been hacked, sending notifications such as "Help has arrived" and "It is time for reckoning," as well as a number of attacks on Iranian broadcasting
nobody.
services.
I don't know.
So their news isn't able to be up right now. It's currently down, only allowing them to hear from certain news sources. And this might be problematic because it is forcing them to hear not any news from their country, but whatever the Western news might be feeding them. And topping it off, Trump states that the lives of Americans may be lost and some casualties might occur. But the real question is, y'all guys think these lives are worth it? Join the Discord in the link in the bio so you can talk to other people about the random shit that's going on in the planet, and you can know when I go live. Peace.
Yeah, join a Discord, no thanks.
Here's your third update.
He was just some nobody.
The strikes on Iran. Ghulam Hossein Mohseni-Ajay, the head of the judiciary in Iran, was eliminated. He gave the death sentence to thousands of protesters, and now he is gone. There are many reports of riots in Tehran now, and many of the Persian people and others are taking to the streets to fight for their country. Reza Pahlavi earlier gave a speech about how he will be in constant contact with his people of Iran to ensure they know when to stay sheltered and safe and when to continue the direct fight. I don't know if that's what they're doing or if people are just being motivated. Iran has shut down the internet and cellular services, of course, so he is using radio waves and I'm sure other means to talk with them. If this isn't a video right here that makes you emotional and proud of and for the Persian people, I don't know what to tell you. Here's women laughing on a rooftop in Tehran, and really not just laughing, you could feel their joy when they saw the Supreme Leader compound get hit. Take a look. There was reports of this large smoke plume in Tel Aviv being a confirmed missile hit. This is actually fake news. This was from a bus fire that was hours before any strikes even happened. The Houthis announced that they will join the campaign, so Qatar has intercepted an Iranian missile. Yes, you heard that right. Qatar intercepted it. Meanwhile, Iran is currently launching missiles at everyone. Bahrain, UAE, Qatar. Many civilian casualties are likely to be incoming, unfortunately, because their missiles are awful and they're kind of just crashing out right now, and they are just aiming at everyone. Jordan, too, was hit, I believe, and the IRGC just wants to piss everyone off, it seems. The evil Islamic Republic murders their own indeed. But some will have you believe they wouldn't do it to the United States if they had the chance. We can't allow them to ever have that chance. Anyways, as for the explosions in Bahrain, it seems to be confirmed that the U.S. base was hit, but luckily it seems to be in an open area, so no damage or casualties. Here's the hit in Abu Dhabi. An Iranian app for tracking Muslim prayer times has been hacked. Messages are encouraging IRGC members to defect, and they say protect your compatriots, and they will protect you in return. Another message says help has arrived. Another, it's the time for reckoning. Airspace clearing after strikes by the United States and Israel and Iran. A lot of airspace clearing in the Middle East. There's been some videos from Israel showing missiles headed their way, and so far it appears the Israeli air defense is working very well, and most have been intercepted. Not all, like right about some open field hits. Again, everything is changing by the second, so just as I'm filming this. Here are Iranian teens cheering and celebrating the U.S.-Israeli strikes as they watch the Islamic regime strongholds go up in smoke, screaming, "I love Trump." And here is the bomb shelter in central Israel this morning, and Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and, you know, it's amazing. Everyone, keep your high spirits and stay safe. Here's your third update for the strikes on Iran.
Come on.
I'm scared. Flight just landed at Orlando International Airport.
Military unearthing.
These
At 3 a.m., the U.S. and Israel launched down. Airstrikes on the capital of Iran, Tehran, other ballistic missile industries, nuclear facilities, and IRGC command posts like this. The strike was set to target Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, even though no confirmations on whether he's alive or not is out there. The Iranians then struck an American naval base right here in Bahrain with a ballistic missile. That's a direct hit. Here's an explosion of another American base.
strikes by the US and Israel on Iran have given us an initial sense of where they're targeting in Iran, and the fact these strikes happened in daylight has given us a better view of the impact. So here's what we know so far. We geolocated this video to near where Iran's intelligence complex is located. Next, there are these videos, all from different perspectives, showing smoke rising from a building at the center. And that building is Iran's leadership house, also known as the office of the Supreme Leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khamenei. You can see the damage from satellite imagery here. In fact, this is just 2 miles away from where the then head of Iran's nuclear engineering was killed in an Israeli strike back in June last year. Then there's this. It's the square where the house of former Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad is known to be located. A US official has said they're striking military targets in Iran, but it's worth noting a lot of these US and Israeli strikes are hitting in densely populated residential areas. The civilian toll is already emerging. This school was hit in southern Iran, resulting in dozens of deaths, according to Iranian state media. It's close to an IRGC facility, a possible target. And already, Iran is retaliating. This video shows the moment a strike hits near a US naval facility in Bahrain. There are now more reports of Iranian backlash emerging, with Iranian strikes on Israel, Bahrain, Kuwait, the UAE.
Our soldiers are gonna be in Israel, right now as we speak, in order to defend the Israelis. Do the Israelis pay for our military? Are they the ones who are shelling out $1 trillion a year for our military? No, they're not. We pay for our military. Why are our soldiers based in Israel? Why do we have F-22 Raptors in Israel in order to protect Israel? Our soldiers...
Why are you running? Look at my food. You locked the door? Why are you eating people's food? Why?
Got one over there.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Daryl.
Got one over there.
Oh my god. Oh my...
Oh, there it is.
This is a pig. I don't know, piggy? Yeah. Lechonk. Mushroom head.
Massive fucking news, historic fucking news. The USA and Iran are at war. It happened. My name is Hunter Howell. Here's the objective news. So, President Trump came out last night and word for word said the lives of courageous American heroes may be lost after the USA and Israel bombed the hell out of Iran, which, by the way, elementary school in Manhattan, southern Iran, got bombed today. 40 girls died. 40 girls died in just this one bombing. Real quick, you need to comment show, or in the comments comment link, and then check your DMs. And fucking, I'm not gonna ask anymore. Fucking subscribe to my show, damn it. Iran then bombed USA bases in Qatar, UAE, Kuwait, and Jordan. Iran has responded. This is nothing like Operation Midnight Hammer in 2025. Iran is blowing up American bases now. I've seen the footage, okay? Ballistic missiles have been used by Iran to blow up United States air bases today. I saw some comments recently of people saying, oh, Hunter, you were wrong when you predicted that the USA and Iran were going to go to war. No, I was just early. So your apology form can start now. Because fuck you. I was trying to warn y'all. And now it's here. I'll come out with more news later. Obviously, there's some things I'm sure I'm going to miss because these are one of the days where decades worth of history happens in a day. And I'm just one guy. I'm not going to be able to cover everything, but I will Continue reporting hourly updates. Sending you my love. Make sure to comment link or show. Check your DMs. Comment anything you want. Repost. Share with everyone you know. And I'll report more news in about 1 hour. Massive fucking news. No.
Yo, what's up, guys? Mr. Footagram here. I actually just realized something.
So the IRG...
Well, guys, World War III is officially here. We're bombing Iran.
On February 28, 2026, the United States and Israel launched a large-scale military strike against Iran, and they called it Operation Epic Fury. Donald Trump just confirmed the U.S. was engaged in major combat operations in Iran. And guess who's fighting these wars? Us, the Goyim.
The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future. And it is a noble mission.
And breaking news, Israel has been hit. Iran waited over 9 hours to strike back last year. The fact that Iran is immediately responding now means the gloves are off. And just a reminder, Israel has not replenished its Iron Dome missiles from the 12-day war last year. So this time it's going to suffer much more than it did last time.
Minimum autobus не стримали.
And on top of that, Israel indicates that the attempt to assassinate Ayatollah Khamenei and the Iranian president has failed. Mainstream news is not reporting that Israel has been hit, so footage is being restricted. News sources are being shut down. So share this with the rest of the world.
Well, guys, World
Y'all raise the fucking whip.
War III is officially here.
So fucking high. Can't afford to live here, but y'all gonna bring some other motherfuckers here.
sick.
Oh my god. Okay.
Fuck is going on? What are y'all doing? This is the. I ain't gonna lie, like, shut the fuck up, my shit. Yo, bro, like, what the fuck are y'all doing, bro? Like, when I'm supposed to just get the fuck out the way? I'm supposed to just get the fuck out the way, huh? I ain't never in my 28 years of life seen no shit like this, bro. Like, this is crazy. Where are y'all coming from, bro? Alright, well, bro just told me to turn around and I don't know what the fuck going on. Like, this shit crazy.
Bro. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh my god! Oh! Dude, fuck me. A fucking missile actually got through. Oh, there's more. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Bro.
You scared me, man.
The International Criminal Court has an arrest warrant out for you, which of course alleges that you conducted war crimes. In New York City, right here where I am, the mayor-elect, Zoran Mandami, says that he would comply with the ICC and he would arrest you. We've long wanted to do one of these interviews in person right here in New York.
By the way,
and I
didn't answer your question, Andrew. I'll come to New York. Okay?
And that was my question. Would you come to New York, given what the mayor has said about arresting you?
Yes, of course I will.
And you will test that? I mean, what is the thought about how that would work?
Well, why don't you wait and see? Yes, I'll come to New York. Okay.
Would you want to talk to him, by the way?
See what's going on.
Welcome home!
We have major breaking news out of the United Arab Emirates, where they said the Iranian attack violated their sovereignty and they reserve the right to respond. So it looks like other countries will possibly be getting involved in this war, perhaps becoming a much more involved war with multiple countries fighting against each other. Iran's payback campaign has targeted 6 countries, including Qatar, Jordan, Israel, UAE, Bahrain, and Kuwait. Obviously, Iran is attacking the bases in some of these countries, but it appears that their missiles are also exploding in other places, at least that I can tell. I'm not sure if they're only hitting the bases, so that does mean that these other countries may now be at war with Iran if they choose to do so. The Iranian state has dubbed this payback campaign True Promise 4. I'm not sure why it has a number and what that means. The Department of War, also known as the Department of Defense, says it's called Operation Epic Fury. We have major breaking news out of the United Arab Emirates, where
we are prepared for.
This is the alarm, by the way, that we all get on our phones here in Doha when there's an urgency. And so the National Emergency Alert System has gone off here in Qatar. the defense ministry in Qatar announcing just a short while ago that an Iranian missile has been intercepted here in Qatar, warning citizens basically to take shelter. Let's bring in Alan Fisher in Washington, D.C. Apologies, there's a bit of chaos in the newsroom, as you can imagine, because this is also happening here in Qatar. Our emergency systems going off here.
We are prepared for.
This is the...
Iranian airstrike just nearly missed the Burj Khalifa, the largest skyscraper in the entire world. No, Iran missed it.
Why would they want to take that?
That's a monument to human achievement.
But that's in Iran, right?
No, the Burj Khalifa is in, I'm not sure what exact country.
Okay, I don't know.
Let's see. Where is the Burj Khalifa? The Burj Khalifa is off the coast of Iran in the United Arab Emirates. So there's a lot going on in Bahrain. The Iran.
And the Israelis. I think that's what the calculation now is. Regime.
Yes, please.
Regime president.
Fucking Waymo. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck is that Waymo doing? Fucking Waymo. Oh my god.
Yes, please.
Could you?
Let me know what you're feeling.
You guys fell for it. Fell for it again and again and again. You guys fell for it.
I got some massive fucking news for you. No, historic fucking news for you. So sources are now confirming that the Ayatollah, the supreme leader of Iran, has been killed in Operation Epstein Fury. Let me unpack that because that's a lot to unpack. Now, other sources are denying it. I will update you for sure when there is official confirmation across every source, but that is the run of the town, is the Ayatollah has been killed. Real quick, comment link or comment show. Fucking subscribe to the Purple Popular Show. It's $5 a month. Links in my bio or comment link. I'll send it to your DM. Now, the Ayatollah is, in theory, dead because of Operation Epstein Fury. What is Operation Epstein Fury? Well, the official narrative is, Iran had, they're going to build these missiles and these nuclear weapons to send to America, which is bullshit. They've been saying that for 30 years. Here's the truth. This whole operation is for two reasons, and two reasons only. One, the most pragmatic, logical reasoning, is Israel wanted the USA to do this. Israel wanted to expand into greater Israel, and the only country stopping them is Iran. So now that Iran is out of the way, or will be out of the way soon, because Iran's not winning this war, Israel can get what they want. And number two, Donald Trump probably touched, raped, and did horrible things to children. I say probably because it hasn't been confirmed he's definite, but I'm going to throw it out there and say that it's more than likely, rather than not, he did. And he wants to distract you, and he's willing to kill civilians and put American heroes, soldiers, brave men and women's lives on the line to deflect accountability. And that's the damn truth. I'm Hunter Howell. I'll report more news as it comes in. Make sure to subscribe, link in bio, or comment link. Damn, comment link or show right now. Got some massive fucking news.
There's an opinion.
Holy mother. Vas-y, j'ai envie de dire à Sarah. Descendre, on se calme. Ouais, mais quand même, c'est pas un accident. Ah, c'est super long.
Every single person.
Nice.
In this room, and the overwhelming majority of people that you know are one word away. It doesn't matter if you're 13 years old when you said it. You're one word, you're one statement, you're one retweet, you're one like away from destroying your life. There are kids in America that have had their admissions to a college revoked. There are now certain things that you're not allowed to say on a college campus.
Mr. Secretary, a Turkish student in Boston was detained and handcuffed on the street by plainclothes agents. A year ago, she wrote an opinion piece about the Gaza war. Could you help us understand what the specific action she took led to her visa being revoked?
Yeah.
And what was your State Department's role in that process?
We revoked her visa. It's an F1 visa, I believe. We gave you a visa to come and study and get a degree, not to become a social activist. Every single person in this room.
This is the aftermath of an Iranian missile hitting deep inside of Tel Aviv. This is the aftermath of another Iranian missile hitting somewhere inside of Israel. And this is Haifa, which is absolutely being devastated right now. This is the aftermath of an Iranian missile hitting deep inside of Tel Aviv. This is the aftermath of another Iranian missile hitting somewhere inside of Israel. And this is Haifa, which is absolutely being devastated right now. This is the aftermath of an Iranian missile hitting deep inside of Tel Aviv.
How many times are you going to say it?
The United States has carried out large-scale military strikes on Iran, hitting key military bases, air defense systems, radar stations, and strategic command centers across multiple locations. U.S. warships in the region fired cruise missiles, while fighter jets launched precision airstrikes, creating one of the most serious escalations between Washington and Tehran in decades. Explosions were reported across several cities as Iran's air defense systems activated. Emergency sirens rang out, and airspace across the region was immediately shut down. Pentagon officials say the operation was targeted, controlled, and defensive, aimed at crippling Iran's military response capability and sending a powerful warning. Within hours, Iran placed all armed forces on maximum alert, mobilized missile units, naval fleets, and air defense batteries, and warned that any further aggression will trigger a direct and powerful retaliation. Military bases across the region have gone into full lockdown, while commercial flights are being diverted and shipping routes through strategic waterways are being closely monitored. Global markets reacted instantly. The United States has carried out large...
We bombed Iran on behalf of Israel. Yes, it was on behalf of Israel. We're entering a nuclear war, World War III, because the entire world is going to erupt. And you want to know the people that are cheering it on right now? Their tune is going to drastically change the minute we start seeing flag-draped coffins on the nightly news, on Fox News that brainwashes all the baby boomers, and on CNN that brainwashes all the Democrat baby boomers. And that is exactly how this is going to go down. We bombed our...
We have breaking news. Israeli officials are saying Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei has been found dead. Is this confirmed? So again, this is according to Israeli media and senior Israeli officials who say his body has been found and that he was killed in an Israeli strike earlier this morning. The U.S. and Iran have yet to confirm this, but U.S. media outlets are starting to report it, and Israeli media says Trump was shown a picture of his dead body. Wait, so who is or was this guy? Since 1989, he has been the supreme leader of Iran, holding ultimate authority over all branches of government, over everything in Iran, the military, the judiciary. He has long been known for his anti-U.S. and anti-Israel stance and building Iran's axis of resistance in the Middle East. I mean, everything Iran has done since 1989, from killing protesters and funding terrorism, has been at his direction. He was the supreme leader. Whoa, and now he's dead. So who's in charge now? So we're still waiting on official confirmation, but yes, everything is pointing to this supreme leader being killed. Reports are other senior officials in Khamenei's regime were also killed, along with Revolutionary Guards commanders and senior figures in the nuclear program. And this is only expected to continue, so the leadership in Iran is obviously very uncertain at this moment. How old was the supreme leader? 87 years old. Wow. We have breaking news. Israeli officials are saying Iran...
Sepah Navy, Iran's Islamic Revolution Guard Corps Navy. From now on, all navigating through the Strait of Hormuz is forbidden. No ship in every type is not allowed to pass from a Strait of Hormuz till next notice. This is Sepah Navy out. This is Sepah Navy, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy. From now on, all navigating through the Strait of Hormuz is forbidden. No ship in every type is not allowed to pass from a Strait of Hormuz till next notice. This is Sepah Navy out. This is Sepah Navy.
A sudden shake in southern Israel has the world asking, coincidence or warning? Early this morning, a 4.2 magnitude earthquake rattled the region. Its epicenter just kilometers from the highly restricted Diona nuclear research facility. Though it lasted barely a second and caused no injuries, residents across the Dead Sea and Negev reported feeling the jolt, triggering sirens and safety alerts. The tremor comes amid escalating tensions with Iran, fueling speculation online and among analysts. A sudden shake in southern Israel.
Wow, the supreme leader of Iran has...
We are following some breaking news out of Iran after Iran threatens President.
My mama?
The lives of courageous Americans.
Just woke up to find out that
Hey, Mom.
Are they happy or are they sad?
Yeah, they're celebrating.
Okay.
Supreme Ayatollah, the 87-year-old head of the government and, religious affairs and everything. And they just took down a big face of his plastic.
It's being reported that an Iranian
Iranian
strike has now
people
hit
are
Dubai
happy.
International Airport. This video that was just...
Okay, update y'all. There's no siren going on right now, and yet
there's these things in the sky blowing up. Pretty sure they're either missiles or drones. Either way, we've seen them blow up in the sky, multiple of them, very, very close to us, actually. So I was just saying that
What you thinking? You feeling to watch anything else, or just
And
absorbing news?
I have some massive fucking news for you. A lot of people.
The CIA has assessed in the event that the Ayatollah is killed, the IRGC would take over the country. This would lead to a military-ruled theocracy and autocracy. The CIA also assessed that this would be a far more dangerous situation than having the Ayatollah in place. Reports coming out of Israel is saying that the Ayatollah has been killed. We are about to see a power struggle in Iran with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Now, while doing research for these videos, I have to find a trusted news partner, which is why I rely on Ground News. Ground News is
Oh yeah, this guy's advertising for news.
בקולות חולון, פגיעה ישירה, אוטובוס שלם עולה באש, אוטובוס שלם עולה באש, מכוניות, אנשים, אני לא מאמין, 10 מטר מאיתנו יש פה אוטובוס עולה באש.
At this hour, Trey?
Yes, Sandra, we just got this in literally 2 minutes ago, but Fox News can confirm that Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead following Israeli strikes.
How are you feeling? Just doing news.
Well, do you want to watch another movie or just something short? I got two in mind.
What do you have in mind? Maybe it'll be something short. Maybe feeling though.
Well, my two picks were, I don't know if you've seen them. The Great Escape is one movie. And the other one is Where Eagles Dare.
I need sleep. I'm just
Okay. You're gonna sleep down here? Just so that I know for later where to go.
yeah. I'll sleep either right here or up in the bed upstairs. Honestly, it's more than fair in today's day and age. That was a long while ago. Honestly, I want to watch a game where I'm just playing Mario Party and sleep. I'm just consuming this. Headlines. You think the Ayatollah is dead? Trump says so. So I believe him.
I don't know.
Spaces. So this operation, even in the middle of the night here in the region, is still underway.
And Richard, for our viewers, you just got back from Iran, right? What would you tell them? What do you think is going to happen now if this news is true and the Ayatollah is dead? Who's going to run Iran?
It's a very difficult question. It is a question that I've been asking U.S. officials, I've been asking regional officials, and nobody has a very clear answer because this is an unprecedented situation. Since 1979, Iran has been run by an Islamic revolutionary government. It has really only had two leaders, two supreme leaders. And the supreme leader does exactly what the job title suggests. He runs every aspect of the country, from its military to its politics to determining how people behave, how women dress. And now it seems, according to President Trump and multiple other sources, that the supreme leader has
How
been
about
killed.
CNN?
Sure, let's see what
Had a
CNN
succession plan. He was a very
That's what
stubborn
you like.
person, quite elderly, someone who made it clear that he wanted to be a martyr rather than compromise. But now that he is gone, his succession plan.
Breaking CNN news. Shit out of here.
Second, as you just alluded to, the Supreme Leader has been killed, and about 40 or so has been reported. Other very senior leaders of the Iranian system have been killed. If you put that on top of the June war, in which the top echelons were eliminated, this is a massive, I don't think, there's no historical parallel to what's happening. How is Iran responding? So far, missiles. You had missiles into Israel, not in the types of volleys we saw in June, which suggests maybe the missiles, we hope, have been significantly degraded. But also importantly, Sarah, these missile attacks into the Gulf are really significant. I think strategically, Iran usually wants to try to separate the Gulf and the Arab states from the Israelis and the U.S. in an operation like this. But those attacks into
the previews ended. Click on them.
So it's probably the next day in Iran now. You think? Since the sun was going to rise.
I have no idea what time it is.
His last day for the 9th of March doesn't have something to do with Julius Caesar.
Maybe.
The U.S. and Israel.
Russia.
Goes to show that no. Do you have any idea how racist it is to blow a whistle and.
So this is a picture of Supreme Leader Khamenei's personal residence after being destroyed in Israeli strikes earlier today. And now we have news from Israel. They may have killed the Supreme Leader himself, although not in this strike, probably underground. Israeli Channel News says, quote, Israel assesses that Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei was likely killed in an Israeli strike earlier today, citing unnamed Israeli sources. They say it says there are growing indications to this effect. However, there is no official confirmation of the report. They say say the TV station had minutes earlier said the Israeli assessment was that Khamenei was hurt at the very least, and this was not an assessment based on satellite imagery showing Khamenei's presidential compound being flattened, but rather on information from unnamed sources. So we probably would not expect Khamenei to be in his house right now. He's probably been underground for quite a while. But either way, we do know that this first wave of strikes was kind of split between the United States and Israel. The United States, according to a U.S. official, was going after military targets and ballistic missile sites, likely air defense assets as well, clearing the airspace for follow-on waves, whereas Israel is primarily targeting Iranian leadership, decapitation strikes. So we did not know if Khamenei was going to be in that first wave or not. It looks like he was at the very least targeted, and Israel is becoming more and more confident they may have
Iranian televisions.
So this is a picture of Supreme Leader Khamenei's personal residence after being destroyed in Israeli strikes earlier today, and now we have new...
The post was fact-checked by real Hebrew patriots. Shalom.
Wedding dance.
Yeah. Bannanaed is stormed by people, People are not fighting in the street with one another. They're fighting the corruption within the government. You want to be done with all this? Sure. Game Grumps? Mario Party? Or do you want to tell me